Hey, it's Jack from Metal Mouth Rock Riot Radio, and I'm here just to tell you all about the brand new Bullet for My Valentine album, Temper Temper, which came out yesterday, I believe. Basically, Bridgeend's resident heavy metalheads, Bullet for My Valentine, have risen to pretty much the top of the UK's list of revered bands, and with their fourth album, they attempt to solidify their place in Britain's great hall of metal heavyweights of the modern age. One thing to make clear though about Temper Temper is that a lot of the first half of the album is all about Matt Turk doing this to everyone. Pretty much he's pissed off at everything and anything other than his band and us. That's about it really. He's got a lot of pent up rage, and I think that you should hide all your weapons from him and definitely don't pass him anything at a gig. Another thing to make clear is that Bullet for Valentine have done what all big metal bands succumb to these days: paint by riffs, stadium rock anthems. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with that at all. I mean, I love AOR bands for God's sake, so I can't really moan, but I could have overdone it. Tracks like Lead Single, Temper Temper, Open a Breaking Point, which is a really good song, and dabble of tracks later on scream out to you as songs that really, they will fill stadiums across the world with chanting, raging, moshing crowds that, will look awesome. And even, myself, I was, during Temper Temper, I got up and bloody pretended to air guitar like I was Matt Tuck. And, that's a dream. And just lie in bed like, I want to be Matt Tuck. But anyway, I think though if people listen to their debut to Poison, you will be a little let down. I'll touch that a bit more, but I just want to say that Frosty that Bullet once brought to the table is still alive, but it's barely breathing. Thankfully, the album presents songs that both lyrically and musically shine. One is particularly being POW, which lyrically is Three Doors Down. If you know that, they're a pretty cool hard rock band which write very depressing songs, and in my opinion, this is musically the best Bullet have been in quite a while. Dirty Little Secret approaches you saying, I'm the fucking opus of this record, listen to me. And then the vocals kick in and you're like, okay, I'm going to see how this goes, because it's a lot softer than you expected. And there's no screaming, which I thought was actually going to pummel our faces. But then the chorus comes and problem number 3 arrives. Half the damn choruses on Temper Temper sound like Fever from their third album with the same name. Now, that's not so bad because Fever is a very catchy song, so the paint by riff thing fits in. But something that I find a problem is that the whole album is just Fever, really. And that feels like you're just ripping off one good song to make a load of average songs. Apart from Mr. Tuck being obviously quite angry, it's essentially the lyrical love child of Fever, which isn't bad, but like I said, you don't want to carry on ripping off albums and stuff, it just doesn't work. I loved Fever, and Your Betrayal's one of my favourite songs, but no, I just don't think it works. But don't get me wrong, there are negatives, quite a few, but there are a lot of positives. I like this album. To be honest with you, I like it a lot, but it does depend on how you're looking and listening to it. Definitely. I mean, if you're a die-hard old school Bullet fan, I think you'll be more disappointed. You'll still like it, I think. I think every Bullet fan will like it, but I think you'll be a little let down. Whereas people that like Fever and think that's the best thing they've done will probably be a lot more happier. But either way, brilliant albums. One thing that is most certainly clear is that Bullet are on point, even if it isn't all heavy. Musically, the main damage are the lyrics, in my opinion, but the riffs and the drumming is amazing. They're all really good. Songs like Dirty Little Secret and Leech, which are some of my favourite tracks on the album, reek of rad riffage, as I'd put it. Truth Hurts and POW smash you in the face with drumming that does resemble Your Betrayal, I think, in brutality. Highlight of the album is also the bit that upset me the most. It happens to be Tears Don't Fall Part 2. Yes, you heard me correctly, the ballad that helped break through the band back in the day, when people were just like, oh, it's another British heavy metal band, has had a more spiritual sequel recorded, and it's probably the goddamn best song technically, lyrically, and overall on the new album. But it just leaves me wondering, what's the point? It was an amazing, track on a really good debut, and I just think that there's no need to do another one to it. But thankfully, the only real reference is the title, a handful of really good power play riffs in the middle of the song, which make it go mental, and I rip off the original, of course, at the end, which is a lot slower in this version. Um, the album then ends, brings on two songs that ends it, which is Living Life, which is a really good song. I really like that. I didn't think I would, mainly because they spelt living Livin apostrophe, but I liked it a lot. It was very good. Lyrically, I thought it was one of the better songs on the album. And then it was followed, and the album was closed by Not Invincible, which also I feel was a stronger and heavier track, both lyrically and technically, on the album. Overall, I can't say it's a bad album, because quite frankly, it is a great album. It's just not a great Bullet album. It's that point where they've become so huge so quickly that they've just gone and done what they want. They've just overdone it, I think. But hey, I'll still fuck shit up at download, so it's all good. I'll check it out either way.